Hi YouTube, it's Joe here from South East London. I'm an eBay reseller and I have, it's Tuesday today. I went out yesterday and picked up a few little bits and sold a few things, and also I've been out at the weekend. I've done a pickup video showing you what I picked up at the weekend. I didn't go out on the Sunday again. There's always a really good boot sale around where I live on Sundays, but didn't go to it because I was just doing my last practice run for the marathon. I did just did a gentle 12 miles. You're not meant to do too much apparently in the week before or in the week build up to the marathon. So yeah, so just waiting for Sunday to roll in, and then it's the big day. And it's quite exciting because around where I live you get to see like all the sort of like the Virgin banners starting to go up, and the fencing, the railings are all going up, and the mile markers and all that are out and about now. So yeah, quite exciting to actually see it happen up in front of you. And I have to go over to the Excel Centre sometime this week to register and get all your number and all that sort of stuff. So that means nipping down to the O2 and then hopping over on the cable cars across the river. So yeah, that's going to be quite exciting. So for those of you who don't know, I don't know if that'll be anybody who watches my videos. I have been going on about it for quite a bit, but I'm actually running the London Marathon on behalf of the charity Greenwich Youth for Christ, which is the charity I work for. And some of you guys have sponsored me already, which is really kind, and I'm so grateful to that. And yeah, I'll pop a link to the charity and to the organisation. I mean, my giving page there. And if you're interested in sponsoring me, that'd be fantastic. As I said in another video, you know, if you've picked up a tip or there's an item that ordinarily you'd have walked past, but because you've watched something on a video here and you've picked it up and you've made 20 quid, 10 quid on it, why not donate half of that to a guy running the marathon for the charity he works for? So yeah, thanks. That's my begging bit. Now getting on to the actual interesting bit. In terms of what I've sold yesterday, I sold this Lego City. It's sealed, it's new. I sold that for £18.50. I think I had that on at 20 quid for 10 days and it didn't sell, so I just dropped it down a pound or two and sold it, having only paid £3 for that, so that was quite good. This was something I picked up in Smith's Toys when I went up and picked up loads of the Skylanders. This was the world records for gamers. It was only £1. They only had two left, and the other one was sort of like all folded over, so I didn't really fancy that one, but I got 9 quid for that, so it's a shame they didn't have a few more because I'd have had all of those. This 940 XL ink, I sold that. I sold a couple of bundles, I think, for about 40... maybe 48. I got 48 quid for those four, having paid £2.50 for each of them, so that was great. That's pretty much all of the black ink that I've sold now. I think I've got one cartridge left and a couple of the blue ones now, but made yeah, really good money on that, so that's great. And then this game, this is Killer 7 on the GameCube, which I paid 95p for, and I got 30 quid for that, and that's going to Australia. With some of these sort of rarer games, premium games, the way you end up normally getting the top prices is if they're in really good condition, but if you're willing to send them to the countries and territories where they just don't have access to them in quite the same level. So yeah, that's going all the way to Australia. A lot of the premium games, I think I said in a previous video or in a comment, I find end up going to places like Norway, Australia, just where they can't really get them, but they've got a sort of a reasonable level of money. In terms of pickups yesterday, so I went to the boot and went to a few charity shops. Nothing too exciting. I got a nice pair of Nike Air Max. They were 10 quid. They're size 6, but they're in good condition. They're a nice colour, so should get about 25 to 30 back on them. Picked this little fellow up. I turned over and saw that it was by, I don't know if you're going to be able to see that, you won't, that's by EPO, and EPO are the ones who make Sylvanian families, and I knew just from looking up Sylvanian families in the past and stuff that the horses are slightly rarer because they came with a set which either had a cart or a caravan sort of thing. So yeah, they go for about 6 quid by themselves, but that was 50p. It's not a huge amount of money by the time you take off postage. Couple more bits. This is this Flight Simulator game 2004, which I've had a couple of weeks ago, and I think I saw somebody else had picked that up recently. That does about 12 quid. Then a couple of other flight sim games. This Flight Simulator 2002, not quite as desirable. And then this Take on Helicopters. I didn't look either of these two games up, but I just assumed they just looked like the right sort of games. They're only £1 each, so I knew that I wasn't going to be losing anything on them. I'll probably sell those two together potentially, and then put them in a, as I think I've said loads of times, in an F3 Jiffy bag, and then they still go as a large letter in the UK. And then I picked up this Sims, the complete collection. I steer clear of Sims, the first one, and pretty much most of the second games, unless they're dirt cheap or yeah, this is worth picking up. This goes for about 15 to 20 quid by itself. Unfortunately, in this case, it's not got the manual. I did check and it's not got the manual, and I still thought, you know, for a quid, it was still worth picking up, because there are ways you can crack or get around the manual, not having the kit code, or if somebody might have got a code from a previous one but lost some of the discs or something. So yeah, that was £1. And then a couple other things I picked. One other thing I picked up this XL 300 ink, and it was sort of slightly damaged here. So when I opened it up, unfortunately, the cartridge is in there, but it's had its slip removed. It's still really heavy, so there's still loads of ink left in there, but I'm not going to sell it online. If anybody uses if anybody uses HP 300, drop me a message in the comments. If you're willing to pay the postage, I'll just send that to you for free. It's got loads of ink left in it. It's still really heavy. It has, I don't know if it's been used or not, but there's, yeah, still loads of ink left. And likewise, I've got this 940 as well. If anybody uses that, again, just drop me a message. That'll only cost, I'll just send it like that, and it'll only cost £1.50 to post that. So if you want that, if you use that ink, that's the pink, or the cyan, is it? Magenta, sorry. If you want that, just drop me a message and just send me the postage and I can post that to you. That's nice. Now, I did mention in another video that I picked up these CDs, these cases, these DJ cases, which are outside my house, and it's actually ridiculous. I came back again the other day and this box was outside there this time. This is there's about 180 singles in there. Just all sorts of stuff, really. Fat Joe, Blazing Squad, Beyonce, just anything and everything. It's like a sort of DJ's collection from sort of early 2000. We were trying to work, I was looking at it the other day. Yeah, so he's got loads of these, and then there's loads of singles all in here as well, things like Liberty X and all that. So yeah, there's all of that, and then there's about 230 albums, but then a load of the albums are sort of just in these sleeves like this. But there is, you know, there's Motown collection, there's the Best of the Beatles 1 and 2, there's Queen, there's just hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of stuff. Obviously all these ones without the sleeve, you can't really send them into Music Magpie or anything like that. And then I've even got another box upstairs. So yeah, there's a few nows in here as well, which I'd already done a now bundle, and then these ones turned up as well. But I don't really, I'm not massively into CDs. To be honest with you, what I'll probably do, unless anybody's got any better ideas, so I might just sort of whack these 3 boxes with, say, the 180 singles, the 230 albums, and just look to get like 100 quid or something with these cases, because these cases are pretty sturdy and pretty decent by them as well. So I don't know, I mean, I'm sure you could make lots more money if you actually parted them out or took the time of doing it, but I think it might just be a case of Gumtree, or it might just be a case of eBay, because it's got to be collection, because they weigh an absolute ton as well. And then yeah, and then just see how I do on that. And considering it's a freebie, if I'd be happy for someone to sort it out and take the time and make double, triple that if they know how. But yeah, it's not for me. But as in terms of sort of free things go, that's quite a good one. So yeah, so that's my day yesterday. If you want either of those inks, just drop me a line, I'll post those off to you. If you've got any tips on what best to do with those CDs, I mean, I did scan some of them into Magpie. A lot of them, these sort of compilation DJ CDs, are only worth 5-10p, so it's not really. I do feel that they would be worth more to somebody who actually needs them or wants them. So yeah, that's what. Any advice on that would be great. But otherwise, I say I'll just stick them for about 100 quid or something like that, and just get a shot of them. So yeah, we go. Alright, well cheers, thanks for taking the time to listen. I hope you're having a good week, and I'll speak soon. Cheers guys, bye.